Hello, I'm Aidan, and you are the listener, and this is Switching to the Future, a lame, short, weekly or semi-weekly podcast where I discuss my current predictions and thoughts for the next Nintendo system. There's going to be a change of formula next week. Well, if there isn't any major news to break. And I'm back. So, okay. I'm going to go back to the notes. Happy Friday, it's the 15th of November 2024 as of the posting of this episode, and my week off was good. And yes, major stuff happened, but I wanted a week off. Also, I don't use Twitter anymore either, so anything I hear now will be stuff posted directly to Blue Sky from news sources and such, from other people who kindly inform me. I'll credit them if they want me to credit them. I'll ask about that next week. And official announcements that aren't on the Bird app, e.g. Nintendo was to announce something on their website instead of the Bird app, albeit but things might get a bit easier if Xbox making the jump to Blue Sky makes things a bit easier. I'm not going to get into why I left the Bird app. Well, it's plenty of reasons, really, but I'm not going to go back into it. Now let's get back to business. I have a fair amount to compensate for. Predictions. Okay, reveal prediction. Late February 2025. I would give my reasoning on why it ain't January or early February if it weren't to do with politics. This is a politics-free show, okay? So, yeah. And the release prediction, September 2025. I'm a little hopeful, and early 2025 definitely has games of some form releasing. I mean, it ain't much, but Also, in regards to next week, I think I'm gonna go a bit less on the news and more also have some kind of topic I talk about. Something to change up the podcast a bit. You know, like, I give my opinions on this specific aspect, but okay. Back onto the headlines. Backwards compatibility and NSO on next-gen systems. That got announced. Need I say more? This is great news. Great news. Like convenient. Money-saving. Great news. I have NSO until 2026. And yes. No need to rebuy games for the new console. No need to buy a new subscription. No need to make a, another Nintendo account? I mean, how many were there? Club Nintendo, Nintendo Network, Nintendo WFC, albeit that was separate on Wii and DS, and Nintendo account. What? Thankfully, they're not making another account system. Thank you, Nintendo. Also, Nintendo reiterated they'll announce 6th Gen before April, so yeah, woo! So, sometime in the next 5 months. Probably not this year. Nintendo also announced their Donkey Kong Country expansion to their Super Nintendo World theme parks. I have little to comment other than it looks cool. The park being themed around Donkey Kong Country Returns also explains why that specific game is getting a pricey port. It's more themed around Country Returns than any other game in the series. So, yeah. And now for a non-news thing, but sort of relevant. Happy birthday to the Xbox. 23 years. Originally a bit of mature rival to the GameCube and PS2, with a green man who fights scarier things than ghosts. The brand has evolved to arguably be one of Nintendo's bigger partners now, with the COD deal that will probably begin next October, November, and Minecraft. As apparently Minecraft sells really good on Switch. Got no rumours, probably because I'm not on the Bird app anymore. And I have no comments either. So, you know what? This episode, I'm just going to give my thoughts on something. Okay, you know, more in depth on backwards compatibility. Other than why it's good. Why Nintendo would want to do it. And why it explains quite a few things. Okay, why would Nintendo want to do it? PS4 to PS5? Xbox One to Xbox Series. You know, like you could buy a brand new Xbox right now and play any game made in the last 10 years for Xbox. People have began to expect backwards compatibility, especially after the PS4 not playing PS3 games, which angered a lot of people back in the day, I think. So yeah, people want backwards compatibility. If the Switch had backwards compatibility, life would be so much cheaper. Yeah, it would be so much cheaper, but, I mean, how on earth are you supposed to get a Wii U disc into the Switch? You can't fit an optical drive in there. So, yeah. Why Nintendo would want to do it? Simple. You know, I just explained it. You know, everybody wants it. Why this is good? It saves the consumer money. And it also keeps value up for existing Switch games on the used market. And finally, what does this mean? Well, I mean, no. I mean, what have been the culprits of this? Switch emulators. Unofficial emulators that have been both Ryujinx and the other one. What's the name of the other emulator? Let me... I mean, this is unscripted, my more detailed thoughts, because I don't really have much to talk about, so... Yuzu. So, Ryujinx and Yuzu. They, of course, had to be culprits, because, you know, if next gen was to be easily backwards compatible, it could have taken just 2 weeks for both emulators to be running next gen games, which would be detrimental to the success of the next console. Well, except for the casual Pokemon fans. Well, that's all for today. Okay, on to closing notes. Thank you for the support, my loyal, well, especially to my loyal viewers who watched the episode 2 weeks ago. There's a certain algorithm sucks. And this podcast is ending at the end of March 2025 for arbitrary time-limiting reasons regarding a specific event. I'm joking. The bad joke is that Nintendo did this for everything they did for Mario's 35th anniversary. And remember, the YouTube algorithm sucks. So have a good day, evening, week, night, whatever. And goodbye!